This is Sydney Harrell, the UI UX lead designer from Team Grammular's individual video. So my main task was to create mockups of our home page for Professor Palmer to decide on which page that he liked best for Grammar 3.0. As you can see here on the screen, this is version 1 that I created. Some of the features that I was trying to create was a more simplified, centralized page that focused on the user entering in the paper and trying to make it so that there isn't a lot going on the page. This is version 3 that I created. There is a version 2. The only difference is that these words right here are a different color just to make it easier on the eyes is what I changed from version 2 to version 3. This website Figma helped me to visualize what I will need for the next sprint, where I will code and design this new page. Along the right hand side of Figma, it actually gives some of the CSS code for each part, and that will help me to write out what I need for the next sprint. Additionally, I have removed a feature from the page, and that is to clean up some of the things on the main page that won't be needed for the final presentation, and it just makes it simpler so that I'm not having to worry about extra things on the page when I go and implement our design. And this is the design that Professor Palmer had chosen. He said that he really liked how it has the new and updated title, Grammar 3.0 Project Clause, with what clause stands for. And he said that he liked how I enlarged the how is grammar helpful, so that students will know how it's helpful. And additionally, I have gone in and edited some of the homepage just so that I can visualize what I will do for the next sprint. I was trying to visualize what I would implement during the next sprint, and I adjusted the homepage and I adjusted the CSS of the homepage, trying to change the background color, change font size, font family. I did add another class to adjust the titling. And here's what some of my designing look like. This is not a final. This was me just trying to work out what I thought I would work on for the next sprint and try to move around some things that I knew I was going to move to match my design that I created in Figma. And so I was using the CSS that was listed under Figma to help me create like the navigation bar and to rearrange the page so that the box is at the top. Then you'll have the submit button, this text box here about how grammar is helpful, and then these two boxes here that just gives additional information on what Grammark helps with and doesn't fix. This is because in the Grammark 2.0, the boxes are set up in columns, and so I was removing the columns and reordering them so that um, so that layout matches what I originally created and that I worked on for this sprint. Was trying to make sure that the design didn't break any copyright rules. I had used the G2C logo, and so that's also another thing that I had to change from version 2 to version 3. This mockup is version 2, and I kind of had created a hard to read text right here, and this is what I had changed for the third version of this sprint. I did a lot of planning because we were more looking to fix functionality features versus the design, and so therefore this is what I was able to accomplish, was just more planning for the next sprint and seeing what I will be working on as the UI UX lead designer for the next sprint.